Hello, everyone. This is Tom, your host for Hidden Truth. It is December 19th, 2024. And I want to do a video this evening about how do you think this drone situation is going to end? I'm just curious on what other people's opinions are. First, to determine how it's going to end, you'd have to know what the drones are coming from, what's causing them, who's controlling them, or whatever. I mean, is it going to end with a nuclear explosion in New Jersey or New York? Is it going to end with some big government secret coming out trying to show other worlds what powers they have? Or is it going to end up with disclosure about aliens? Anyway, it's hard to tell. I'm just really curious. This has been going on now for well over a month. I mean, the massive sightings, okay? And they're not going away. And they're closing airspace, and it's not mattering. They're still coming back and stuff. It just goes to show you that the government isn't doing this, and they can't control the ones that are doing this. It's going to end up in some type of paranormal, you might say, whether it be Little Green Men from Mars or Atlantis resurfacing or interdimensional beings or whatever, something we're not going to understand. But I just don't think it's going to be a nuclear bomb explosion, which they've allowed that story to go wild for a while. But that's not it, okay? I mean, these things have too many characteristics that we don't have yet, or we don't, the average American or citizen doesn't know we have it. But drones that can just, I'm using the term drones lightly, okay? Because that's what they choose to call them. I really don't want to get kicked off YouTube, but they are UFOs, okay? They're unidentified flying objects, okay? And you notice that now it's happening all over the world, and you notice they're definitely looking more like UFOs now. So is alien disclosure at the end of this? I mean, have we really come to an age where we're going to find out for sure that there's life on other planets? I mean, for the government to try to make up a story like that and make it stick, especially with social media the way it is, I don't think they could do it. But, it's just looking more and more like that's going to be the end result of this. I mean, how else can you come up with answers to what's going on? I mean, seeing what looks like Close Encounters. Anybody ever see that movie? Okay, with the lights and the smaller aircraft coming and stuff weeks before the big event. I mean, is that what we're going to have, an actual landing on the White House lawn or at the United Nations? I don't know. But, the military says, or the government says, don't worry about it. Well, they're worried. And it has to be, if they wanted to interfere with our aviation, with the airplanes in the air, they could have easily done it. Okay, and these drones, I've seen footage of people in airplanes above the clouds and these spheres of light following. These aren't drones, okay? I don't think drones are flying. Civilian drones can fly at 30-some thousand feet and maintain speeds with jumbo jets. Okay, this is the thing. They want to say it's man-made. Well, if a company had the technology to make this like Elon Musk, the whole world would know about it. And everybody would want one. I mean, you got a drone the size of a car. Well, obviously, you got a flying car. All you got to do is put a seat in it. You can control it right from where you're sitting in the seat. See, none of it makes sense. The only thing that makes sense is the stories they've been telling about UFOs for 60 or 70 years. I mean, that's the only thing that's proven that they weren't lying. What's the next thing? Are we going to start seeing aliens walking, running around the neighborhoods at night. Oh yeah, we did see that, didn't we? Down in Florida this summer. Everybody remember that? Something's coming. Maybe they're trying to break it to the human slow enough instead of trying to shock our system all at one time, so the average person with a heart condition all has a heart attack. I don't know. But it's definitely not no nuclear sniffing thing. It's not no government, whether it be our government or a foreign enemy government. Okay, because if it was a foreign enemy government, I know we let the Chinese balloon go across, but we had blew it out of the sky. Okay, we had MiGs flying over our country. We'd be blowing them out of the sky. But none of the you mistaken them for regular airplanes. The same excuses they use for UFOs all the time. Before they said nothing, there was nothing to worry about. Well, they must have agreed that something was happening if they agreed there was nothing to worry about. Okay, and then they're shutting down airspace, on military bases, especially Air Force bases, but they have no fighter jets. Anyway, where's it going to end? Well, like every conspiracy theory, when the truth comes out. But, how do you prepare for an alien invasion or disclosure? How are you going to feel? Just think about it. You're sitting in your chair, watching the news, and all of a sudden it comes out where the president comes on and say, yeah, there's life on other planets and it's here to come to know us, or however they say it. How are you going to feel after the excitement or the shock wears off? How small are you going to feel? I think everybody will finally feel how small and insignificant the Earth is in the vast universe. It's going to crush our egos, you might say. And we're not going to look at our leaders like they're invincible anymore. Okay? But, one thing strange about it, I just don't think an alien race would want to infect their culture with what's going on in our culture, in our world, with the mental illness that's going on. But whatever, something's happening. It's growing. The crafts are getting bigger and definitely looking more like UFOs. So maybe before the inauguration we'll find out. But if Trump gets in there and this is still going on, there'll definitely be a serious shift in policy. Anyway, we live in crazy times. A lot of hidden truths out there in the world that the government's hid, because us civilians, us normal people couldn't grasp it, couldn't go on with life if we knew the truth. Anyway, it's going to get interesting. I can't wait to see what the crescendo is going to be in all this. But I'm betting on alien life or Atlantis, because they do say they're coming from the sea, or interdimensional beings, whatever. It's going to be from a world and a standard of physics that we don't understand yet. And we're going to find out that we're the ancients. Anyway, it'll humble us humans. Maybe it'll actually help us out. I don't know. Anyway, just food for thought tonight. Everybody have a good night.